How are you, man? And thank you for being on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing real good. I'm happy to have you on this evening. You got some music out already. You got some stuff in the works. So let's get right into it. But before we get into what you have in store and the new music and upcoming shows, how did your journey as a musician begin? How did it start off for you?
I don't know how far back we want to go, but I started singing when I was pretty young, and then joined a couple bands in high school. One of which broke up right after high school, and that's what kind of got me started playing guitar. And then fast forward a little bit, I joined a band in my early 20s, and we did that for a while. And then that kind of morphed into a couple other bands and did a lot of covers and stuff in bars. And then eventually, and I'd been writing my own stuff the whole time, and we would perform some of my original stuff when we were out playing covers. But eventually, not tired of covers. I just wanted to focus on the solo stuff, my my original material, and then had a band some years ago that was going more in that direction, but we still did some covers, while we were out. And then that broke up, and that kind of got me started on my solo thing, like seriously, which was like back about 4 years ago. Started doing the solo thing, and got really hard on the train of getting serious with it about 2.5 years ago.
I see that you went the solo out as of 2017. You
Right.
been playing in Seattle, surrounding areas of the Pacific Northwest,
Mm-hmm.
and you got some influences that goes from rock, pop, blues, folk, and classical.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about you doing the solo thing for quite a while after being part of numerous bands. How you feeling as a solo artist? How you feel your music has grown and evolved since being a solo artist?
What's been cool about it is, you know, is really doing what feels right for me, and not, I mean, it's good to have input, but like be able to just really do what's with the music, what's coming out of me, and not any other um, opinions about what should be done other than like my producer when we're recording. Um, and so that's been cool because that's like the music feels more true to me. And when I'm getting into the studio with each song, I'm kind of like writing new solos for them that I never had written before. So that's really been a pretty fun experience of just playing with the all the different songs I've written. I've been performing some of them for a long time, but I've never written these other parts. And now I'm in the studio recording them, and I'm playing all the instruments with the exception of like the electronic drums that we're putting in on some of the songs. So I'm playing the bass, I'm playing the guitar, I'm playing the lead part.
That's awesome. And I like how versatile you are as far as an artist. Just doing just gathering all these um gathering all of these genres and making it your own, which definitely felt like that has become a theme, not just in mainstream music, but local artists and independent artists in particular. I've heard some of your songs, and you're very talented, you're very gifted, and I definitely see a lot of passion behind your music. So it's awesome that you put out the music that you're putting out. I like the latest song you put out, a little bit of change.
Hmm.
I want to talk about that particular song. That is your latest single, available on all the
Hmm.
platforms. What was it like writing this song?
So that one, it's funny because some of these songs um, were written a long time ago, but then they're like, I've always liked them, and it's kind of hard when you're like going, okay, which songs am I going to put on this album? and which ones are going to be singles. And sometimes I don't know until they're like recorded. And this one just turned out really good in the recording. And I wrote it years ago, and it was some of my writing. It just kind of comes out. It just happens sometimes really quickly. Like I could write a song in just like maybe 5 or 10 minutes. It just depends, you know. And it's hard to remember back because I think I was in my like late 20s when I wrote it. So, you know, we're talking 15 some years ago. But I think the vibe was really just like, I wanted this that little bit of change in my life, and that kind of sparks that moving forward. And as things develop in your life and they slowly start to change, you know, sometimes it just takes that one little thing. I think at the time I was going to start quitting smoking, but what this one really felt like was a few years ago, which really sparked me getting serious about my music, is I got in a really bad car wreck, drinking and driving. And that was like just the eye-opening, you know, almost like a rock bottom moment in life, but that really slap in the face, wake you up, you know, come to God kind of moment, that I was like, okay, what's important to me, and I got this second chance, you know. And so I was like, well, let's get serious about my music. So it's really also interesting how your music can like morph and change as your life changes. And now this song is really about like, you know, I made this change of like, I almost completely quit drinking after that accident. And then I had to do some stuff through the court system, and I had to quit drinking and for like 6 months for a program you have to go through when you have a DUI. And at the time I was like, well, I'll drink once I'm done with the program. But then I got done with the program and I just felt so good. I was like, well, I guess I don't really have the urge to drink anymore. And so I just left that behind. And it's just like, so when we started recording the song, it was like, well, what are we going to do for this video? And I thought it would be cool. And I've been wanting to show like that part of my story, about how bad the car of my wrecked truck was, and like how, you know, I had some injuries, but they were actually really pretty minor, and I got really lucky. And so I was like, why don't we make that kind of a theme about the change, you know, in the video and the song.
That's deep. That's very, very deep. And just to show that, and quite overwhelming, you having to, I get the story aspect. I get, showing that side, man. And anyone that can put that message out there, like, if you can get through this, you can too. Everyone, then you can too.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like this can put a lot in perspective, and the thing about music is that it impacts people's lives, and it can also save people's lives as well.
Right.
So that could be a young person that's just lost and just wondering, what am I going to do? How am I going to get through this? And sometimes listening to a song like this helps, and seeing the process that led to this song. It's a very it's a song that it gives you a glimpse of hope. So that's, and everything we've been through with this pandemic, we all just looking for a sign of hope, and just how do we get out of this? And sometimes people listen to music, and stuff like this helps. It's a huge help.
Yeah.
So go check out Joshua's latest track, A Little Bit of Change. It's available on all the platforms. He's also got Can't Let Go and Pain Measurement. He released those tracks earlier this year. All those and are on the platforms. Go check that out. So we're getting to Labor Day weekend, which means fall season's going to be here before you know it. What is next for Joshua? As far as maybe more new music, or maybe some upcoming shows that you're doing. What's next for Joshua?
We got the full EP, which is 7 tracks, including those 3 singles that are on there. So there's gonna be 4 more new tracks coming. One of them is I'm pretty excited about, is a remix of my first single I recorded back in 2019 called Lost Girl, and this is a more like club club kind of remix, a little bit longer. It's got a danceable beat and stuff on it. It's pretty high. I'm pretty hyped about that. So I'm excited for that. We'll be releasing that here in a few weeks. The EP will be out, and it's called A Little Bit of Change. So that song is the title track from the album. So yeah, I got the 7-song EP coming out in a few weeks, and then I've been playing gigs steady for like the last few months around the Seattle area, Pacific Northwest. I got this beer and wine kind of upscale kind of bar shop that they've been hiring. I've got a couple spots now up here in the north end of the Pacific Northwest, up in Everett, Washington, where I live, that these bar owners have hired me on regularly. So I've got these repeating gigs. I've got one monthly one, and this other guy wants me like every Friday night that I'm available. So that's pretty exciting, just to have those regular gigs, to get out and perform and to get paid as well, to do what you love, which is amazing. And yeah, I'm actually going right back in the studio in a couple weeks to start working on the next album. So no slowing down. I got another 100 some songs sitting here in a book that need to get recorded. So yeah, no rest, man. I mean, I'm trying to take the rest I can right now this weekend, but this weekend I've got like I got a private gig on Saturday. I got my regular gig tomorrow night, and then I'm playing like a music festival next Friday or Monday on Labor Day. So it's cool, man. It's exciting to stay busy, and it's really cool to get to come on and like talk about it with you.
That's awesome, man. No let up from Joshua one bit. Even with the 7-song EP he got coming out, he going straight right back to the studio after that to work on some more music. So you got a lot out there, man. A lot of songs in the archives, in the writing books
Yeah.
somewhere, the notebooks and such. So
Mm-hmm.
you can check out Joshua's website at uttechmusic.com. That's UTTECH music.com. All the social media platforms is on there. He's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. He's got all the music on there as well. And he got bio, photos, song lists. He got all of that coming. And go check him out. Check out the songs. Be on the lookout for the 7-song EP that's coming to you real soon. And he got more music after that. So just follow him on your preference music platform. And with that, for me, for example, Friday, the release radar, he gonna pop up on your radar. He's literally gonna pop up because he got a lot of songs out there on the way. Joshua, man, pleasure having you on the show. Thank you, and thank you for sharing the story behind a little bit of change. Something like that definitely is needed, especially for someone that's just trying to look for hope, man. You definitely inspiring a lot of people with your music. So keep whatever you're doing, man. Keep going. Keep doing it, man.
I will. I will. I appreciate it, man. If that story helps even just one person, that's like the important thing. You know, that's why I got the courage to share it after that had happened to me. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it up, bro. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Joshua. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Be safe.
You too.
All
Take
right, bye
care.
bye.